Omni-Edition Sports presents from Garden City High School in Garden City, Michigan. Cougar football. Tonight, the Garden City Cougars take on the Robichaud Bulldogs. It's the home opener for 2017. Hi, everybody. Dan York along with Jeremy Jenkins as we get ready to bring you our first broadcast of fall sports for 2017. As we said, the home opener for the Garden City Cougars, who come into this game with an 0-1 record. Robichaud with a 1-0 record. Robichaud with first-year coach Jason Malloy. Garden City with second-year coach Jim Baker. Both guys that played for their teams.
That's right. Both guys come back and are coaching for their own teams. It's been a long time coming, and now Jim Baker's in his second year with the program, so hopefully Garden City will have some continuity coming up this year.
This was the first summer that Jim Baker spent the entire time with his team, so that obviously is quite helpful for him. Jason Malloy, with a rich football background, played at Western Michigan University, the athletic director at Robichaud. So an opportunity for him to get back to his team that he graduated from, that he played for, and hopefully coach them to some wins. At least they hope. Garden City with an all Garden City coaching staff, and brought back in this year Steve Fryer, Mike and Mark Roffey. They all played together with Jim Baker at Garden City in the 80s. They were on the team back in 1984 that went 7-2. As you see, the opening kickoff taken by Ahmad Raymond. He's got a seam over the 30, looking for some help. Gets brought down right around the 33-yard line, so we're underway here at Garden City High School. Spectacular conditions, weather you never would have expected for the home opener. Temperatures in the low 70s. It is very fall-like here today at Garden City High School.
It's beautiful tonight. You couldn't ask for better weather for football.
Garden City will be rotating quarterbacks here tonight. We'll have Chase McGraw, who was the starter at the JV level last year, and Ahmad Raymond, who came into play when Kyle Becker broke his hip early in the season. So it'll be rotating quarterbacks, so if we ID them wrong at any point tonight, we apologize. This is Chase McGraw in the shotgun for Garden City. And the faked handoff, and he'll gain maybe a yard, as it looked like Fleming was in there for the tackle for Robichaud.
And that was a good wrap-up by Fleming to take down McGraw. Although the Garden City line got a pretty good push up front, he was able to sneak through and make the tackle.
Took a little long to evolve Garden City going without a huddle. Castogne, probably Garden City's best athlete in the backfield for the Cougars. Second down, 9 here at Garden City High School. It is opening night here at home. As the give there is to Castogne, and there he goes over midfield, over the 45, the 40, and he'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line.
Great.
So a big gain for Castogne, penalty marker after the play, about a 27-yard gain for Castogne, but we've got a flag, and we'll see what the call is from Rod Blevins, who's our official here tonight.
We have a sideline warning.
All right, so that is against Gardens. Well, I guess it's against Robichaud because they wouldn't have thrown it over there if it was against Garden City.
Right, so the run will stand, and that was a good fake handoff by McGraw, and Castogne was able to make it through the middle.
So Garden City driving early on, 1st and 10 at the Robichaud 30-yard line. McGraw still in the backfield to give again to Castogne, but this time it's snuffed out by Robichaud.
Yeah, that one fell apart from the backside. Usually they'll leave the guys on the weak side of the line unblocked, but on that one he was able to catch up to
Tony
the
Clark
runner.
with the tackle for Robichaud. Loss on the play of about 3, so second down and 13 for Garden City as we'll get some personnel changes.
Bringing McGraw back in at quarterback here.
And Jay Castogne, the brother of Ian, comes in. David McDaniel in the backfield now. Tight formation for the Cougars. And almost no flag there. Could have been an offside. Might have been a false start. But Castogne battles his way over the 30 to about the 27-yard line. But a 3rd and long now coming up for Garden City.
Still a good, tough run there. There was penetration from the defensive line of Robichaud early, but he was able to fight forward for a few yards.
So 3rd down, we're going to call it 18, I guess, after the loss. 3rd down, 18. Jay Castonier comes back out. 85, Ethan Chellowa lines up. 3rd and 8 for Garden City. McGraw back. He's going to pass. And that will be incomplete across the middle.
Looked like number 6 for Robichaud. Tony Clark might have gotten there a little early, but just incomplete pass there. Looks like they might go for it here on 4th down.
Well, you're in no man's land. A little too far to kick. And there's no point in punting.
Right.
So Garden City will set it up and try to run a 4th down play. McGraw still in the backfield as your quarterback. He puts it up. He does have a man open. And it is complete to Castonier into the end zone. Touchdown, Garden City.
Great touch pass from McGraw down to Castonier.
On 4th down, the Cougars convert and get on the board first. There you see it from ground level. There was only one man in his sights. And a lofting pass over the defense, and Castonier hauls it in at the goal line and goes in for the touchdown.
There you see number 30, Alante Spate, get lost in the shuffle there. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to make the play for Robichaud, but to Garden City's benefit.
So Janice will attempt the point after, and the officials looking at each other, and finally they call it good. So after the pass play, about a 28-yard touchdown pass.
And if you're Garden City, you couldn't ask for a better start to the game. They got the ball in pretty good field position past the 30-yard line. A couple good runs here and there, and even though they were backed up to a 4th and long, still able to convert for a touchdown.
And big for Garden City to get on the board early in this one. Jim Baker told me yesterday and today the way to beat Robichaud is to keep them off the field.
Yeah, a couple of the things that the Garden City coaching staff is looking forward to in terms of stopping Robichaud is saying that they have a few speedy guys in their backfield and at quarterback, so they want to try and contain the edges as best they can.
So Nick Janice will be kicking off for the Cougars, I assume. Probably know the story of Alex Sherlock, who was Garden City's kicker the last couple of years. Alex was injured during soccer.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's still out, but we're hoping to have her back by the end of the season, right?
Hopefully. And number 4, Atkinson, deep for Robichaud. And one of the numbers out there we don't have, but it's Atkinson that takes it. Atkinson trying to get some blocking, but he'll be brought down by the Cougars' Imad Raymond. And the first possession of the night for Robichaud.
This will also be a good chance to set the tone on the defensive side of the football for Garden City. After getting a touchdown on their end, it'd be nice to stop them nice and quick here on this drive.
So we are expecting McClellan to be at quarterback. Jakarian McClellan, number 3. To be perfectly honest with you, couldn't find much on Robichaud.
That's right. We're kind of on the fly here for that, but some game film here or there.
Last year, Garden City with a big win against Robichaud. They had only one win last season.
That's right, already matching that win total this year with a win against Harper Woods last week.
I'll tell you what, that does not look like a 3 lined up at the quarterback slot. I believe that is Jasir Poole.
Jasir Poole, number 1.
He's taking his time as Atkinson gets into position. And Poole will call his own number. And Poole will be brought down just short of midfield by Castonier.
Atkinson moving in motion might have confused the defense for Garden City there, and hole opened up in the middle. Good blocking from the front line of Robichaud.
Robichaud looked a little disorganized there, but turned it into a first down with the ball at their own 47-yard line.
And that speed there was on display from Jasir Poole, the speed that the Garden City coaching staff was worrying about.
And now coming in to go under center is McClellan. So that was a direct snap, essentially, on that last play. McClellan with the give. And this is Tony Clark on the carry. He'll gain 2.
brought down by a host of Garden City Cougars there. One thing the coaches always try to preach is gang tackling. They want everybody flying to the football. That's something that they practice too.
So we'll give them 2. 2nd down, 8 for Robichaud. The ball at about the 48-yard line. Man out to this end is Atkinson. 10 on the other side, that is Underwood. And once again, McClellan under center for Robichaud. Man in motion. And the man in the backfield to take the handoff is Clark, but he is wrapped up after only a gain of about a yard.
That was a great hit, too, on the right side of the Cougar defensive line. Looks like number 53, Ryan Reed, was the one who wrapped him up first.
So 3rd down, 7 for Robichaud. A big play here for both teams. McCullen looks to pass and completes it over the middle. And number 10, Underwood, has got some room. And he'll make it all the way down to the 22-yard line, a penalty mark around the play.
That's going to be a face mask on number 7, Raymond, for Garden City.
Here you see the pass completion to Underwood. And yards
We got
after
a
catch.
personal foul. Face man, 7 blue. 15-yard penalty at the end of the
yards
run.
after catch on that.
First down.
That'll move him probably within the 10-yard line, setting them up for an
They
easy
spot
score.
the ball at the 22 prior to marking off the penalty. So that will take them, as you said, to the 10. They'll take it back 1 yard, so they'll put it at the 11-yard line, so Robichaud can pick up a first down without scoring. So 1st and 10 at the Garden City 11-yard line. Given the backfield, that is Poole again on the carry.
Good stop there by the D-line of Garden City as well. Definitely want to take the run away from them and make them beat you in the passing game.
So gain of a short 2, we'll call it. 2nd down, 8. Right about the 9-yard line. Small crowd here so far for the Garden City game.
I see a few more trickling in.
Yeah, it's Labor Day weekend, so it is a tough home date. Garden City and Robichaud playing on Thursday this week because of the holiday. Fumble on the play, and coming in big for the Cougars is Nick Gchs. So after McClellan fumbled the snap, Gchs tackled him for the sack.
And that was just a fumbled snap in terms of him not able to hold
And
on
we
to the ball.
recovered that. I did not see Garden City pick that up. But we recovered that fumble, and it's Cougars ball. So 1st and 10 from about the 10. I never did see the ball come loose from the quarterback after he picked it up the second time.
I didn't either until I saw the Garden City players running towards the sideline celebrating.
So McGraw at quarterback again. He's got it himself. Has positive yardage now and a first down.
It's a flag down in the backfield.
That's in the area that holding normally occurs, and that's what happened.
Bad break for Garden City there. That was a nice first down run on the outside by McGraw, but unfortunately they're going closer to the shadow of their own goal line.
So that'll bring up a first down and 15 now for Garden City. Yeah, nice job by the quarterback, McGraw.
We got a hold. 70 blue. 10-yard penalty. We do first down.
So correction, it'll bring up first down and 20.
That might be half the distance to the goal.
Well, they've got the 20. They've got the 10 yards. So.
Can't get a good game like that.
So So it's from the point of the infraction, I guess. And the point of the infraction puts it at about 1st down and 17 now for Garden City. McGraw has taken all of the snaps so far tonight for Garden City. There's to give to Castonier around the corner. Castonier gets knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
Big hit by Fleming there on the sideline on Castonier.
So they'll give it to him at the 17, so a far more manageable chunk of real estate to make up now for the Cougars with the ball at their own 17-yard line. Brings up a 2nd down at about 5 now for Garden City, maybe 4.
And we've only seen the one pass play so far from Garden City. They're trying to establish the run early and often here.
And that was a touchdown when they, they were desperate
right
in that 4th down situation. So Jim Baker staying true to his word here tonight and keeping the ball on the ground as much as possible against this Robichaud Bulldog team. And there's the give. And losing his helmet, but not the ball for Garden City, was David McDaniel.
Now he has to come out for a play. According to MHSAA rules, whenever a player loses his helmet, he has to come out for at least one play.
So 3rd down and about 3 for the Cougars.
Pretty good recovery from them on those 2 runs after being backed up by that hold, too. This is a very manageable play here. Look for him to keep it on the ground.
So shotgun for Garden City. And the give is to Castonier, who picks up the 1st down, no flags. So a big 1st down conversion for Garden City.
And when you're trying to keep the ball away from the other team and run it every single play, the coaches will take 2 or 3 yards every time. Even if that's all it is. They don't need 5 to 10 yards or even 20 yards. Those short runs milk the clock and keep the ball out of the hands of the other team.
So Garden City with a 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. And the give there is to Chelowa. And Chelowa picks up 5. Ian Chelowa, the senior.
Yeah, Garden City brings back a lot of skill players from last season. Chelowa 1, Castonier, Imad Raymond.
And Chelowa and Castonier both with little brothers on the team. And the give is to Noah. So he passed to, better pick that up. I believe that was a lateral. And it rolls out of bounds as Cameron Walter tried to chase it down.
It's another bad break for Garden City, too. That's going to back them up about 12 yards.
Yeah, so a backwards pass puts Garden City now at their own 19-yard line. So about 3rd down and 18 now for the Cougars. Probably 19. And another situation where Garden City needs to convert, and a flag on the play, or a whistle at least, a timeout.
Timeout for Robichaud.
Interesting time for Robichaud to call timeout with Garden City in desperate need there.
Yeah, honestly, I think that might be a waste.
It might be a break for Garden City.
That's true.
Give them a little time to regroup and think about what they want to run here. Tough loss for Garden City last week at Flat Rock. They lost 35-10, and a nice win for Robichaud last week at Harper Woods. They won 38-20. This is a crossover game for Garden City, I believe. Robichaud sits in the red division, Garden City in the blue division. And big changes coming to the Western Wayne Athletic Conference next season, as Brighton, Etzel Ford, Dearborn, and Fordson all leaving the conference.
Belleville.
And Belleville, rather.
That will make that'll make our schedule a little easier, though, not having to play Fordson and Dearborn every single season, though.
Well, and they'll go to a one-division setup. which Crestwood and Garden City will basically be the largest teams in the division. So 3rd down for the Cougars. McGraw with the pass across the middle, and not quite a first down, but Walter with the reception. And again, manageable distance, but this is a tough call now for Jim Baker. 4th down and a couple.
I think this is a spot where you go for it here. It's only about 3 yards.
Ooh, I don't know. It's tough because if you don't make it,
Got to show your team that you have confidence in them to get the ball, though. Look for a possible quarterback keeper here from McGraw.
so 4th down for Garden City. The pile pushes forward, and I do not think they made it.
Still seemed like a risk worth taking, though.
I don't know. You give Robichaud pretty good field position. So Garden City turns it over on downs, and the Bulldogs will get it at the Garden City 36-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 7-0, Garden City on top.
Coach Baker's got to be happy with the effort from his offense so far, and now he's looking for the same from the defense. Able to get the turnover on the last possession. Hoping to do the same here.
There's the give into the backfield. And a gain of about 4 there.
Looks like Fleming with the carry on that.
Fleming with the carry. Ian Shellowell.
Actually, I believe that might have been Tony Clark. 5 or 6 that time.
Looked like Fleming.
Well, either way, 2nd down, 6 now. The ball at the 33. One man in the backfield. And McClellan at quarterback again.
And there's that weak side run to the left side of the line from Robichaud again, trying to catch the Garden City line off balance.
And that was Clark that time. Probably gave him a yard, so 2nd down, 6 for Robichaud.
Here comes another big opportunity for the Cougars defensive line as well. Hoping to stop them here on 3rd down, force a punt. Although we are getting into that no man's land again, so they might go for it if we force it.
Well, I think they definitely go for it here. McClellan in pursuit, and he'll dump it off to the sidelines. Nice job by the Cougars. Chris Welton in pursuit. Flag on the play. This may be grounding.
It looked like he got out of the pocket, though.
Well, I'm not sure the pocket applies in high school.
Oh.
I think it has to be beyond the line of scrimmage in high school regardless.
Yeah, that'll be a loss of down.
And that'll bring up that 4th down.
Illegal grounding. 5-yard penalty. Loss of down.
All right, so that brings up 4th down.
That was great penetration from the defense on Garden City's side as well. They were pressuring Poole there as soon as he took the snap.
So this brings up a 4th down and 20. So I'm assuming
It will be 4th down.
So this will be a punt. And a deep for Garden City is Raymond.
It's like Cameron Underwood punting for Robichaud.
So a nice defensive stand for the Cougars. And he just pooches it, which is the best thing to do. And Garden City will let it roll, and they'll down it at the 11-yard line, so the Cougars will get it back. They've got 89 yards to go for a touchdown. 1st and 10 for Garden City at their own 11-yard line.
And as we come to the end of the 1st quarter here, the most important factor so far for Garden City in terms of being up 7-0 is time of possession.
And this is exactly what they wanted. They wanted to keep the ball away from Robichaud, and that's what they've done.
Definitely couldn't be a better start for Garden City. Although I'd say so far, Robichaud is winning the field position battle, if that holds any merit.
Castonier, the wideout on this side. Ethan Chelowa, the wideout on the other side. McGraw again under center for Garden City. He's got McDaniel back there in the slot. And to give to Castonier. Castonier gets through over the tackle position, and Castonier picks up at least 9, maybe 10 for the first down.
Good job by Castonier getting through the right side of that line. Able to pick up some good yardage and move the chains.
McGraw going to the sideline between plays to get his marching orders from Jim Baker's staff. Jim Baker actually coaching from inside the press box tonight. Some coaches like to do that because they can see the field better and have a better idea. It's very tough at ground level to make some determinations. And here again is Castonier. Castonier up over the 40-yard line. Castonier battles his way to the 43-yard line.
Kid's doing work tonight. That was on a jet sweep, and instead of pushing it to the outside, he was able to cut it back up the middle and gain probably an extra 5 or 10 yards.
That was one of Jim Baker's more successful plays last year, was jet sweep. And the Cougars turned it into a first down. So 1st and 10 at their own 43. 2 wideouts again. I believe that's McDaniel in the backfield. New uniforms for Garden City this year.
Yeah, they look very nice.
We could use some numbers on the sleeves, though, for the old announcer. So this is McDaniel on the carry. He picks up a couple.
And so far, we've exclusively seen McGraw at quarterback. We were told that him and Raymond would be rotating thus far. Maybe they're going to do it by quarter or later in the game, but so far we've only seen McGraw.
Well, and one thing that Jim Baker said is he didn't want to play anybody 2 ways that he didn't have to play 2 ways, and Raymond is playing on defense, so maybe he's able to spell him here tonight and let him only play on one side of the ball. And this is to McDaniel. McDaniel with a little stutter step, and McDaniel picks up 2 more yards as the quarter will come to an end, and Garden City will lead 7-0 headed to the second quarter, and ball control has been the story for the Cougars here. That's what they hoped for, and that's what they've done successfully so far. A 7-0 lead for Garden City after 1 quarter.
Couldn't ask for a better start. And now they're on the move again, too. Getting big yards. Castonier's been owning the ground game there.
Hey, we want to thank, as always, Lori, Matt, and Jim at Sports Venue, located kitty corner from Garden City High School. They provide the food services for the volunteers here at Omnivision Television and GC TV. They make sure we have food for our volunteers. Most of the guys that come out and work these games just do it to do it, either part of an internship or just to give back to their community. So our thanks to them. They have got great pizza, they have got great food, and they constantly have fundraisers inside Sports Venue for all of the organizations here in Garden City, and we can't thank them enough for that. So make sure you check out Sports Venue. Give them a call. They do have carryout, 734-525-3134, 734-525-3134 for carryout, and check out Sports Venue in Garden City.
I mainly come back for the pizza.
So 3rd down and 5 for Garden City. Tight formation. Taking their time. This is McDaniel, who picked up 2. So here we go again. 4th down at midfield, and you need about 3 yards.
It looks like Coach Baker was anticipating that, taking 2 plays. Because I found it odd that he was lining up in a bunch formation like that on 3rd and 5.
So do they run the exact same play again?
They could, but...
So 4th and 3, and the Cougars are going to go for it again on 4th down. Castonier in motion. He sets up the backfield now along with McDaniel. There was a jump, and Garden City might have got a freebie. Garden City may be picking up the first down.
White.
They will.
5-yard penalty.
It's a great hard count.
Brilliant coaching.
Yeah.
First down.
Pick up the 2 yards and draw the penalty.
Some
Genius
coaches do
coaching.
Some coaches do it.
So the Cougars now on the 45-yard line of Robichaud.
A first down's a first down.
That's right. We talked about these new unis, though, a little while ago. They've gone to the Cougar paw on the helmets. Well, I don't think Garden City's ever had white helmets, not since Garden City East. And the blue jersey's very sharp. I believe they have an orange jersey they're going to roll out at some point this year. But a nice-looking uniform for the Cougars. McGraw runs out of the pocket. He's got nothing, and he will lose a couple on that play as he runs out of bounds at about the 47 or 46-yard line. So the Cougars will lose a couple, but he didn't throw away. He didn't panic. He didn't turn it over.
That's true. It was good coverage downfield by Robichaud. Took away all of his options. And like you said, he didn't panic and just rode it out of bounds.
Cameron Walter and Castonia on this side, along with Tyson Doyle.
Look for Cameron Walter to be a big threat receiver.
I don't think he's had a pass tonight, has he?
He had one.
And there's to give to McDaniel in the backfield. McDaniel breaks it through. McDaniel all the way over the 35-yard line and close to the first down for Garden City.
McDaniel wants a late hit there, too. He got tackled and then tackled again.
And our referee says it is a first down. He signaled it from back at the 45. Huh. So it is a first down as they'll move the chains.
Yeah, that run after McDaniel bust through the line, it was pretty much all him after that. He made probably 2 or 3 Robichaud defensive players miss.
And Robichaud will call timeout as they had personnel problems running that 11th player onto the field. So they have to burn another timeout. They only have one remaining in the half.
That could factor in late in the quarter.
They lead it 7-0. Ball at the 35-yard line. Cheerleaders cheering, the band playing. That's everything you want about high school football.
A little chill in the air. I'm a little chilly up here in the booth.
It is chilly.
And tonight is Hawaiian night.
Yes, it is.
Got the student section all dressed up.
Yeah, the Cougar Crazies did show up tonight. I didn't know if they'd show up. Was school not in yet?
I believe it starts after Labor Day.
It does. So 1st and 10 for Garden City.
1st and 10, Garden City, well spotted at the 35-yard line of the Robichaud.
85 on this side is Ethan Chellowa.
Comes that bunch formation again.
Castonia on the handoff. He steps out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. You know what, I didn't realize that those warm-up shirts that Garden City was wearing, they have the numbers on them hanging out of their sleeves. I didn't realize that.
The orange ones?
The orange sleeves, yeah, they're part of that warm-up. So gain of 3 at least. 2nd down, we'll say 7, but officially at 6. As Castonia will come off the field.
Here comes Raymond to take his place.
Ethan Chellowa on the far end. Cameron Walter on the near end for Garden City.
Running the pistol here.
And he fakes it. McGraw, he'll pick up or just fall just short of the first down.
That was unfortunate there. It looked like the turf monster came up.
Well, that's what I
him.
was looking for. I didn't see anybody there to tackle him.
He had a lot of room to run, too.
Third down and 2 for Garden City.
So McGraw under center. Castonia with him. And Castonia will take it. And Castonia will battle his way ahead for a first down and a flag after the play.
Penalty marker on the play.
Could be a late hit. The flag came off a late.
Well, I would say it came after the play. And they're moving deeper into Robichaud territory.
We got face mask.
Wow, that's
white. 5-yard penalty after the
okay.
end of the
That's a
run.
5-yard face mask.
First down.
But still, position for Garden City.
Lining up in a shotgun here again. 3 wide to the right side of the line.
McGraw rolls out to the right side, dumps it low to Walter. He's unable to catch it before it gets to the ground.
Another flag is thrown.
Marker on the play.
This time in the middle of the field.
Nobody's moving either way.
Illegal man downfield.
All right, so that's back against the Cougars, so they give the 5 yards back. So 1st and 15.
Yep, replay the down.
So the Cougars with the ball at the Robichaud 22-yard line, 8 minutes, 44 seconds remaining here in the first half. A very quick game so far for Garden City.
And a lot of that has to do with the ground game.
Oh, look at that. Fumbled it right into the hands of Castonier. He's going to turn it up the field, get over the 15, and makes it near the first down. McGraw fumbled the handoff, but it never hit the ground. And Castonier just picked it up on his way to a 14-yard gain. Look at this. Loose ball. I'll take it. Thanks very much.
Very unconventional, to say the least, but it was good blocking downfield.
Baker drew that up.
Good blocking downfield by McDaniel, though, on the outside. It allowed Castonier to turn the corner there and get close to the first down.
So 2nd down and 2 for Garden City. And on the sidelines, they're practicing field goals just in case. McGraw with the keeper. Probably just back to the original line of scrimmage.
Or close to the first down marker.
Wow, they gave him a nice spot.
Nice spot.
So 3rd down and 1.
We'll give a yard on that one. 3rd down.
And definitely 4-down territory now for the Cougars.
Absolutely. And this would be the type of situation where you would expect to see the tight formation that we've seen thus far. And here it comes. Looks like you got McDaniel back there as the fullback.
And he'll take it. He's got enough of an opening to pick up that first down.
Perfect.
So McDaniel picks up the first down for the Cougars. It'll be 1st and goal for Garden City.
Knocking on the door.
And Robichaud will call. Nope, that's a first down call. I thought he was calling timeout, but that's a first down signal. So 1st and 10 at the, or 1st and goal at the 5. So great field position for Garden City.
Having to just keep it on the ground and running in. No reason to try and pass now. Stick to what's working.
McDaniel back there again with McGraw. Man in motion is Castonier. Castonier takes the handoff. He's got the opening, and he's into the end zone.
Untouched, and there goes that jet sweep again.
Ian Castonier scores for the Cougars.
Great blocking here by the front line. They seal the right side of the line, and he walks into the end zone.
So Ian Castonier scores for Garden City.
Looks a little banged up.
They have a chance to go up 14-0. Nick Gchs will attempt the point after with Raymond as the holder. A little bit of movement on the line, but no flag. And the point after attempt is good, so the Cougars take a 14-0 lead over Robichaud here in the first half.
And it's largely been because of the dominance on the ground, especially from Castonier. The jet sweeps that he's been running, and then up the middle from McDaniel, and even on the keepers by McGraw, have set the tone so far in this game. And then back to the time of possession.
Robichaud can't score if they don't have the ball.
Very true. Like you said, game plan from the very beginning. Keep the ball out of the skill position players from Robichaud.
We hope you find your way out to Garden City High School this season. They'll have Fordson next week. Only 4 home games this season for the varsity. Of course, that means 5 for the junior varsity. When the varsity's on the road, the JV is home. But the Cougars will have Fortson next week, and then they'll be on the road until homecoming.
Garden City's JV squad dropped a tough one last night to Cranbrook, I heard.
I don't know if it was the last play of the game or the last minute, but tough loss for the JVs. Robichaud does not have a freshman or a JV team, so Garrett Simpson, the athletic director for the Cougars, found them a home date against Cranbrook. And other than in tennis, I don't think we've ever played Cranbrook in anything, as Janice kicks off. And number 8, who we do not have on our roster, picks it up for Robichaud, and he is brought down at the 25-yard line.
Good coverage there by Garden City. Anytime you can keep the team you're kicking to on the other side of the 30, you're doing a pretty good job in terms of coverage. And now we're looking for Garden City to establish the tone on the defensive end as well.
So 1st and 10 for Robichaud at their own 25-yard line. We'll see if the defense for Garden City can shut down Robichaud again.
If they do that, still plenty of time to sneak in another touchdown before the end of the half.
McClellan counting his players to make sure he's got 11 out there and not 12. And he'll give it to a big man in the backfield who didn't get anywhere. Great defense by the Cougars.
I don't know if that's an experiment I would continue with. If I were the
there are 2 28s on our roster, either Gary Brookings or Javante Melkor, number 28. So as we're searching for number 8 on Robichaud, hopefully we can figure out which 28 that was also. But a loss on the play, so 2nd down and 12.
So far, the Garden City defensive line has been owning the offensive line from Robichaud. Here we go, 2nd down and 12.
So 4 wideouts for Robichaud. Big man in the backfield and a flag on the play.
You got a delayed game. White, 5-yard penalty. We do 2nd down.
Backing the Robichaud team up even further.
And we've identified number 8 as Carlos Lunkin for Robichaud. Now we just have to identify number 28 in the backfield. Pick 2. Here's one thrown up and out of bounds. Nice defense by the Cougars as Underwood made the catch, but out of bounds.
And that was a very well-placed ball by McClellan as well, trying to ride the sideline there. It was just unfortunate for the Robichaud team that he wasn't able to haul it inbounds.
So 3rd down now for Robichaud. 3rd down and 16 for the Bulldogs. And a big down for both teams.
Look for a blitz from Garden City here too to put the pressure on the quarterback from Robichaud.
Big 28 in the backfield again, and a quarterback keeper. But that's a lot of yardage to make up. There's a flag on the play. Jay Castogne knocks McClellan out of bounds, but we've got a flag at the sideline.
Not a generous spot at all. It looked like he might have gotten a few.
And the official is signaling 4th down, but I don't know if they picked the flag up.
Let's see if we can tell where that flag comes out.
And Raymond, by the way, deep for Garden City. Yeah, it was out of the shot. And we've got a Timeout by Garden City now with 5:59 remaining.
It's a good timeout for Garden City. Try and get the team rallied together in terms of a good return, and then hopefully have it on this side of the 50 and not have a very far way to go to make this a 21-0 game. Still half of the second quarter left. Plenty of time to milk the clock and keep the ball out of Robichaud's hands and really take a stranglehold on this game. I mean, no team wants to face a 21-0 deficit going into halftime.
Again, a spectacular night here at Garden City High School. Temperatures in the upper 60s on the last day of August. Now, I am a big fan of the heat, but this is nice. This is very, very nice.
I can't do heat.
Oh, I can. I've never had a day that was too hot. Haven't met one of those yet.
This is perfect for me. Like upper 60s, lower 70s. Can't ask for better weather.
I want to be as far from the possibility of snow as possible. So we're Underwood back to punt. Raymond deep. And again, he just kind of pooches it. And Garden City needs to just let it go. They'll still get great field position on their own 45-yard line.
You have to think Garden City would have a lot of confidence coming into this game, too, having beat Robichaud 50-12 last season for definitely what could be called their best win of the season.
But they came off a tough loss to Flat Rock. Some big guys at Flat Rock.
And I'm sure that's something that Coach Jim Baker will be talking to them in the halftime locker room about, is they were only down 7-3 at halftime of that game against Flat Rock, and then everything just unraveled in the third quarter.
So McGraw still in the backfield. He gives it to McDaniel. McDaniel picks up 5. He picks up 10, 15, and about a 22-yard gain for McDaniel. Great first down play.
It was. It looked like a counter play.
Nice blocking.
Yep, you had both the right and left guard, right tackle and right guard pull up the left side of the line.
So first down and 10 at the 33 for Garden City. McDaniel still in the backfield. This time McGraw will throw to an open man across the middle. That is Raymond. Raymond's going to score. Ahmad Raymond from the 33-yard line runs it in, and Garden City with another TD.
And that was a great call from the coaching staff of Garden City. The play action sucked in the defense, thinking it was going to be a run. It opened up Raymond for the catch, and he made the play from there. He made a guy miss and took it in for the score.
And if you run the ball 90% of the time, obviously you're going to have an advantage when you do throw it.
We had a quarterback-to-quarterback connection there.
You did. Gchs back to attempt the point after. And he makes it 21-0 with 5:18 remaining. Let's take a look again. All by himself in the middle, and just did that all on his own.
Underwood never stood a chance for Robichaud there. Raymond made the one move and into the end zone.
Beautiful, beautiful job by Garden City, leading 21-0 with 5:18 remaining in this one. This first half, I should say.
Very dominant first half. Couldn't ask for better weather and couldn't ask for a better start to this game.
So Carlos Lumpkin deep 4. Robichaud and Atkinson, number 4, deep. And Gchs will kick off again, and he's getting lots of practice. Kicking off and kicking extra points.
No complaints here.
As the cheerleaders do 21 push-ups.
They're nice and strong after this game.
They were going to know they were in a fight tomorrow when they wake up. There's the kickoff, and Atkinson will take it at his own 12-yard line. So Atkinson tries to work it away. Garden City overcommits a little bit. Atkinson's going to pick up some yardage here. He'll get it up to about the 26-yard line as finally the entire Garden City team was there to meet him.
Looks like Chauncey Motley was the first one there.
And Chauncey led the Cougar marching band in the national anthem. He's in the band, and he was the, I don't know if he's the drum major or the band leader or whatever for football, or for band rather, but he was out there leading the band for the national anthem in uniform pregame.
Yeah, that was definitely something different that I haven't seen before. It was really cool. Someone who can commit that kind of time to both.
Yeah.
Because band is very demanding as well as football.
I guess he doesn't have a lot of free time.
Probably not.
So 1st and 10 for Robichaud at their own 28-yard line, we'll call it.
Garden City not playing like the 0-1 team, but rather the 1-0 team.
McClellan on the give to Poole. Poole will pick up about 4.
Good tackle there. That was number 9, Ian Chelowa.
Ian Chelowa with the tackle for Garden City.
And not as much as I thought, a gain of 2 on that one. So 2nd down and 8 for Roby.
Defenses look very good so far from Garden City.
Yeah, they've been impressive here tonight. Cool night. I mean, that helps the defense a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Not out there gassed, not having to run water out all the time. You see, the wind has been rather brisk this entire time, blowing out of the northeast. I think I said this during the afternoon. I don't think I've ever seen the wind blow out of the northeast in Michigan in August.
Right, very unusual. Had a lot of crazy weather lately.
Yeah, with the rain down in Texas and cool temperatures here really for the last 2 weeks. So 4 wideouts now for Robichaud. And looking to the left side and beyond his receiver, Underwood. Raymond the defender, but that was out of the reach of Underwood.
Very good coverage too. It looked like there was a little bit of contact down on that line towards when the ball was about to get there, but clean coverage from Raymond.
So 3rd down and 8, another big 3rd down play for Garden City's defense.
And it's been a lot of 3rd and long so far for Robichaud too. They haven't had to try and get like 3rd and 2s with runs here. They've been struggling to even get that close.
So McClellan will hurry up into the huddle with the play on 3rd down. So once again, 4 wideouts, 1 man in the backfield. That is Poole. They need 8 for 1st down. McClellan back to throw, goes to the right side this time. He's got a man. And nice catch. Nice catch by Atkinson.
Got a flag near the line though.
And I have a feeling it's holding, judging by the reaction of the Robichaud lineman. There you see it. Lobbed up a big one, and Atkinson laid out for it.
Great effort. Got to be upset that it's coming back because
It's coming back.
We got a hold. 50 white. 10-yard penalty. We do 2nd down.
Robichaud just can't get out of their own way so far.
So 3rd down and 18 now for Roby.
Look for a similar play here too. Try and pick up this 1st down. Something along.
Well, but
the
now do you
sidelines.
worry about picking up a little more yardage to just to push Garden City back after you punt? When you're 3rd and 18, are you playing for the 1st down or are you playing for the punt?
Could be both. So far the punter's only done the little pooch kick so far.
Which don't result in any return, so there's something to be said for it. McClellan rolling out to his right. McClellan under pressure. He's got a man again. Hits Atkinson again across the sideline, and Atkinson will be tackled at the 40-yard line. So essentially the same play.
And it looked like
And another flag in the backfield. I think it's coming back.
another hold.
Oh, my.
See our replay down here. It looked like it might have been some improvisation from Atkinson there. The play broke down.
We got roughing the passer
Oh, my.
on blue. It's going to be 15 yards at the end of the run. First down.
Wow, so that's going to put Robichaud at the Garden City 25.
Bad break, bad break.
Horrible
there.
break for Garden City.
Personal foul is called against Garden City. 15-yard penalty.
That's another thing that'll upset your coaching staff too, is unwarranted penalties.
Mm-hmm. Now let's see if we pick up the roughing the passer. Gets chased out of the pocket. Oh yeah, definite roughing the passer.
That's going to be on Gchs.
Yeah, ball was definitely out of his hands when Castonier hit him.
New life now for Robichaud as they pick up about 2 or 3 yards on
That
the run
is
up the middle.
Gary Brookings, I believe, the other 28.
That's got to be a tough man to tackle. Low to the ground, got some size to him.
So 2nd down 8 now for Roby to give to 28. And he has got some yardage there. Picked up about 6 before he's finally brought down by Raymond and a couple of others.
We're back in 4th down territory here for Robichaud as well too.
And Roby with only 1 timeout remaining.
And this is where that comes to factor in. When you use them earlier in the half, now's the time that you would want them, but they only have 1.
So 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. See if Garden City comes up big on 3rd down again. Big 28 in the backfield. And rolling out is McClellan. And McClellan, and that might be pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like Garden City defender got a hand on his
We
helmet.
got defensive pass interference, 22 blue.
That is 15 yards in high school.
You want the penalty, right? We're going to have to distance, not automatic.
Penalties here killing Garden City on this drive.
I don't know. I don't know if that was, it might have been 7 instead. It might have been away. It might have been Raymond.
Result of play, first down.
I don't think that was Chelowa on pass interference.
And the Garden City coaching staff trying to argue that the ball was too high over
Right,
the receiver's
uncatchable.
head.
And once we got away with that on an uncatchable pass. So 1st and goal from the 10. And there's the give to the big man. He battles his way up to about the 7.
And this is where he will be featured in the offense more so than before because of short yardage situations as he comes out of the game.
So 2nd down. It's your first time. What the heck? 2nd down and a goal from the 8. So again, 3 wideouts. 1 man in the backfield. That's Poole. And Poole takes the handoff, and Poole scampers into the end zone for the touchdown.
That weak side run again for Robichaud to the left side of the line.
So you see to give to Poole. And right there, one missed tackle on that play, and Poole makes his way into the end zone.
And again, back to the penalties that allowed that drive to continue. They had Robichaud backed up deep in their own territory. And
yeah, you could be pitching a shutout going into halftime.
right.
Jim Baker and his coaches will have something to work on when they get into the locker room here at halftime.
That's right. No team is perfect. There's always something.
And Robichaud going for 2. They tried a quick snap, but I have a feeling it's going to be a false start on Robichaud.
We got encroachment on defense.
Oh.
Half the distance. Redo PAT.
More penalties too, and this will make the job for Robichaud offense even easier.
That was a really quick snap. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't see anyone jump on that.
No, I think they might have. Well, unless they just lined up wrong. But
Right.
watch this snap. There's a lot of motion going on there.
If anything,
Yeah.
that was a false start.
Yeah, that was false start, but that came together kind of late. And 28, I think, got stopped. Or 6, rather. So number 6, Tony Clark on the carry. Did not make the 2-point conversion, so Garden City shuts down Robichaud on the PAT. And they lead 21-6 in time to put at least 3 on the board now for Garden City. Headed to halftime.
This is where you bust out your 2-minute offense that every team practices. Hopefully get down into that field goal range and give Gchs a chance to kick a field goal.
And McGraw warming up on the sideline. I don't know if he is warming up for his sake or for Cameron Walter's sake. I didn't see either one of them get dinged up.
It's a little chilly down there. They might just be trying to
I
stay
have 11 on my end.
So deep for Garden City will be Raymond and Ethan Chaloa.
First time we'll get to see a kickoff from Robichaud here.
And that will be Isaac Fleming, number 5. Decent kickoff. It'll be taken at the 12. So Raymond up over the 30 to the 35 and 37. Another flag on the play.
Had a quick-paced game before. This game's kind of coming to a crawl with all the flags so far, at least in this past few minutes of the game.
We got 17 blue. Pushing it back.
So an
10
illegal
yards
block
in
in
the
the
run.
back against Jay
First
Castonier.
down.
So that'll hurt Garden City's field position after the nice run back by Raymond.
A little under a minute now, as they're backed up even further.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Garden City at their own 24.
We'll see how aggressive Coach Baker is on this drive. Whether he wants to try and put some points on the board or just take it into the half.
Now they're not taking a knee, it doesn't look like, so. And he'll roll out and almost had it picked off, but a nice job. Castonier on the catch. Castonier by the 30. Beyond the 20, is he going to get in? He's in. No flags on the play. Ian Castonier with a 75-yard touchdown catch and run. And Garden City takes those 6 points right back.
And it looked like the same play that Raymond scored on.
Rolls out to his right, and right there,
you see the play action again. Establish the line of scrimmage early in the game. Show that you can run the ball. You hit big on those play action passes. No one was able to catch up to Castonier on that sideline.
so a 75-yard touchdown for Garden City, and we've got a whistle.
Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance. Redo PAT.
So there's been about 10 penalties in the last, I don't know, 5 minutes. So Garden City will try the point after attempt from a yard closer.
Big touchdown too, because I believe Garden City receives the second half kickoff too.
Raymond the holder for the kicker, Gchs, and he puts it in. And it's 28-6 with 44 seconds remaining. Garden City needs to be careful because Robichaud's got 44 seconds to try and do something themselves.
I'm sure the coaching staff on the sideline now is preaching fundamentals in terms of trying to avoid those penalties that have been plaguing the Garden City defense on that last drive.
Maybe squib it here. Try not to set up the big play. You see Steve Fryer, one of Garden City's defensive coaches.
Will be another kick for Gchs here.
Steve has the linebackers this year. Steve, teacher at Franklin, who Jeremy had as a gym teacher his freshman year.
Kicked me out of the pool.
You probably deserved it.
I did. Definitely.
So Gchs will kick it deep, but it will go out of bounds. So they negate the run back, but they'll put Robichaud at the 35-yard line unless they want Garden City to kick it again. The cheerleaders have now gone to jumping jacks because apparently 28 push-ups is a little much.
That's the limit. 21 was the limit.
What are they going to do in the second half?
I don't know.
So they will take the ball at the 35-yard line. So Robichaud with 44 seconds to try to do something here.
Running up in a pistol again. We got number 28 back in the game.
And a quick slant across the middle to Underwood. And Underwood will pick up a first down.
Great hit by Jay Castonier on that play, too.
Nice tackle. Almost stripped the ball away from him. So 1st and 10 at the 46 now. Comes over to this side and a loose ball that Raymond wished he had come up with. Atkinson got his hands on it but couldn't complete it.
And that's one, if you're a Robichaud receiver, you have to pull in. If it's on your hands, you're supposed to catch it.
So 2nd down and 10. And right side this time to the big man, either Brookings or Melchor, and he's still on his feet. They're going to bring this man down.
That's what I was saying. That's a tough guy to tackle. Very low center of gravity. Low man usually wins in football.
I think it was Cellowa that finally brought him down, but now with 16 seconds remaining, Robichaud has it at the Garden City 25.
He put a little spin move on there, too.
Yeah, he would not be stopped. Look at this.
And then he wanted to score.
So Robichaud called their final timeout. That was something.
Wasn't unconventional running back, but still effective.
It worked for Walter Perry.
Very true.
Oh, spinorama, here it is. It's practically a ballerina. Look at that.
Look at the footwork.
That's a really nice run. That's a really nice run.
Can't tackle someone like that high.
He's gonna give a lot of teams a lot of trouble as the season goes on.
Definitely.
He's still got a half to give us some trouble.
I was going to say, don't jinx us.
So 2nd down and 10.
Big opportunity for Garden City here, too, with only 16 seconds left. If they force a long pass, we can run some time off the clock.
Poole in the backfield. Poole looks like the intended receiver, and he gets it at the 20. And he is knocked out of bounds at about the 10, which will stop the clock.
And that was the same exact play as the previous one, where it's just the running back leaking out to the right side of the field, and the quarterback just dumps it off.
Jim Baker headed down to the field, expected by the time he got down the bleachers that we'd be headed into the locker room. So 1st and 10 for Robichaud because they are on the south side of the 10-yard line.
Could be the last play of the first half.
Poole again in the backfield. And pass intended for Underwood.
It's too low.
But still 5 seconds remaining.
Those quick slants, you got to try and hit the man right in the chest. Fortunately, that was right at the receiver's feet.
This is most likely the last play of the quarter either way, barring a penalty or very fast incompletion. And not even looking. That is a lateral, boys and girls. And a tackle made there as Jay Castogne picked up the lateral. They threw a flag on the play.
Garden City just trying to get off the field into the locker room. They're very content with their first half lead.
28-6, the Cougars lead it, and Garden City will head to the locker room very happy. They need to work on some of the penalty problems they had in the first half, but their running game was superior. Their passing game, when they went to it, worked out quite well for the Cougars, and it's been a very good half of football for Garden City.
You have to applaud the defense, too, holding them to only 6 points. And really, the only touchdown that they did score was after all those penalties got Robichaud down into the red zone.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have second half
12 minutes
from
for
Garden
halftime.
City High School. It's the
minutes.
Cougars and the Bulldogs. You're watching Omni Edition Sports. This is GC TV.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike three. Wow. I'm the greatest pitcher in the world. Yes!
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Garden City Civic Arena is located at Garden City Park at the corner of Cherry Hill and Merriman. The Civic Arena offers programs for people of all ages and abilities. Kids and adults can learn to skate or play hockey through programs offered by the Garden City Figure Skating Club and Garden City Hockey Association. Glow skating on Saturday night is a great way to spend a fun evening with family and friends. The arena offers a wide assortment of skate rental, and the snack bar is available during all hours of operation and has all your favorites. The arena is home to the Garden City Men's Over 30 Hockey Association and also runs a Sunday men's league for adults 19 and up. The Garden City Figure Skating Club offers private lessons for boys and girls of all ages. Drop-in hockey, sticks and pucks, and open skating are offered weekly at the arena. The rink has a party room available for birthdays and special meetings. Call 734-793-1882 to book the room. For more information, visit gcicearena.com.
Thank you.
Kindness. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Second half action here at Garden City High School. The Cougars with a 28-6 lead over Robichaud. It's the first home game of 2017 for Garden City. The Cougars in the first half with 308 yards, or 311 total yards of offense. 166 total yards of offense for the Bulldogs. Garden City with 157 yards on the ground, and 4 for 5 for the quarterback for Garden City, Chase McGraw. So a pretty good offensive showing for Garden City in the first half. As a matter of fact, same amount of offense in the first half as they had all last week against Flat Rock.
And you couldn't ask for a better half in terms of responding to a loss from last week. You know, they worked hard all week to get to this point, and the first half really showed that.
Our thanks to John Fleming of Fleming Financial in Garden City for providing us those first half stats. Matter of fact,
and
John is, go ahead.
Only 5 passes so far, too. It's all come on the ground. I mean, they had the one big pass play to Castonier for about 75 yards, but otherwise they've just been owning the line of scrimmage against Robichaud.
Yeah, the only negative thing for Garden City were those penalties on that one drive. So Janice will kick off for Garden City.
Another thing that has to be on the coaching staff's mind was the bad third quarter from the last game against Flat Rock, where they gave up 4 touchdowns. It was close at halftime.
So this is a little pooch, and Garden City was probably offsides. Lumpkin and Atkinson deep. You know, I've seen that more and more now, where rather than try an onside kick, you kick it into that dead zone in the middle, and try to pick it up there. Because a lot of high school kids on the receiving team don't react to that. They don't realize they need to go get it.
It is, and one of the things that the coaching staff likes to preach for that is to have that guy call a fair catch, too. Because
we got a legal procedure on blue, 5 yards, redo kickoff.
So a false start on Garden City. You know, we saw last year one time, and I can't remember if I saw it in a Garden City game or if I saw it at the Kickoff Classic last year, but where a kid called for a fair catch on a onside kick.
Not really. You can do that, too.
And you can do that. And I had never seen that before. And I really thought you couldn't do it on an onside kick.
As long as it doesn't touch the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
And so not only did the kicking team not get the ball, but they got a penalty for wiping him out because they were all, you know, going after the football.
I bet that was the sight.
So Garden City will try it again, and they're going to try the exact same play. This is interesting. So it's a live ball right there. Let's see. That's why you do it, and Garden City got it. So they telegraphed the play. As you see, Ethan Chelowa, they telegraphed it, and Robichaud still didn't pick up the football.
Here you see the replay here. It looks like it went to Melchor, and he wasn't able to dive on it.
I mean, you've got to smother the football as fast as you can. And we've identified number 28 now as Javante Melchor, and he may be out because he is limping off the field and getting some help. You've got to jump on that football.
It looks like he just mistimed the drop. He was looking at it too long, and then he finally ran up on it. But it was too late, and the Garden City kickoff team was able to get to it first. Here goes the replay again.
Yeah, he was just way too late.
Looks like his right arm might have gotten bent.
So he is on the sideline right now for Robichaud, but for Garden City, 1st and 10 at the Robichaud 43-yard line. Garden City with the onside kick. Takes it back, and McGraw back at quarterback for Garden City. And he'll give it to McDaniel, and McDaniel will push himself ahead for about 3 yards.
And that was number 54, Joe Klein, for Robichaud on the defensive end, getting into the backfield before Garden City could get downfield.
So second down and a long 7, a short 8 for Garden City. Garden City goes with 4 wideouts as the trainer for Garden City will head to the other side of the field, I assume to take a look at number 28.
Looks like he's favoring that arm.
So second down for the Cougars. McDaniel still in the backfield. Steps back, gonna air it out. And actually, about the best Garden City could hope for was an incompletion there.
Intended for Cameron Walter. We've seldom called his name so far in this game, and he's.
But Atkinson was in a far better position to catch that ball the way it was thrown.
Definitely.
Than Cameron was. So third down. And the give there, and no yardage at all for Garden City.
Interesting play call on a 3rd and long to run a dive out of the pistol. I think it would be an obvious passing down.
Well, maybe that's why you do it, but didn't work out for the Cougars, so 4th down for Garden City. And have we punted?
I don't believe so.
So Raymond back to punt.
And this is a great opportunity for Garden City to shift the position battle, or the field position battle, in their favor by pinning Robichaud deep in their own territory.
Poole is deep for Roby. 4th down and 9 for Garden City. Good punt. See if it stays in. He's going to pick it up. Poole picks it up deep in his own territory, and he's going to bring it out. Poole's got one man to beat, and that's the kicker. Poole turns in, and at least he's tripped up by Walter.
His own blocker kind of got in the way on that, too. That allowed the Garden City punt team to make that tackle.
Yeah, that things broke down quickly there for Garden City. First of all, I'm really surprised he picked it up.
Yeah, it looked like one that was tailor-made to roll into the end zone.
And then he just found himself a seam, and it wasn't for Cameron Walter back there, who barely got a right arm on him. He would have went for the 6.
I might credit Jeremy Flax for that tackle.
So 1st and 10 for Robichaud at the Garden City 40. Cougars up 28-6.
Here we go, seeing Robichaud trying to spread things out a bit more than they were in the first half. They were primarily a running team, but now
so
they're
this is
running
a
backs
full
hurt.
shotgun this time and a direct snap to Poole. That was what they ran on the first play of the game, and that's a gain of about 3.
Very manageable second down here, though, for him.
So the ball spotted just short of the Garden City 35. As you see Jason Malloy, the head coach of Robichaud.
Here we go, spread 5 wide again.
And once again, direct snap. And Poole picks up about 2 more, maybe 3.
Looks like Jay Castonier again on the tackle.
So 3rd down and 4, not a good spot for Robichaud. Maybe his knee went down.
Another big opportunity, though, for Garden City to hopefully get the ball back here And now we see a nice shot of our moon there.
They couldn't find a plane, so they got that.
But also number 28, Melchor's back in the game.
And he is tackled for a loss. So Melchor back in the game, and he's immediately brought down for a loss by Garden City's number 53, Ryan Reed.
And here we go again in 4th down territory for Robichaud. Got to try to do anything to make this game close.
Brings it 4th down and about 8 for Roby. So Garden City's defense, let's see what they do here.
Changing some personnel here.
They're going to
Looks
punt.
like they're going to punt.
So deep for Garden City is Imad Raymond.
Wouldn't be all that surprising to see a fake punt here, try and catch the Garden City punt return team off balance.
I believe this is Underwood back to punt. High snap. And again, he just pooches it. There it'll work because you don't want to kick it into the end zone. And look at that roll. So it'll roll down to the 10-yard line, and Garden City will get it 1st and 10. They dodge a bullet after the big run back on the punt. Robichaud is unable to convert.
And really the only thing that did for Robichaud was flip the field position. Now instead of pinning them deep in their own position, Garden City's pinned deep inside their own 10-yard line, or close to it. Spotted at about the 12.
So the Cougars, let's see if they stay with that ball possession offense.
In the shotgun with 2 in the backfield now.
First time I believe we've seen this formation, kind of a wing T. Castogne back there along with McDaniel, and Castogne will take it. Castogne, boy, I thought he was doomed when he made that second move, but he still made that into a gain of 7.
And it's been a great game for him so far. He has controlled his running style and is able to always move forward. We haven't really seen any plays go backwards so far when he gets the ball in his hands. Now a very manageable 2nd down for Garden City.
So back to McDaniel in the backfield. I think that's Castogne at the slot, and a flag on the play. Whoa! So
fumble.
I'll have to watch this one back on replay because I was looking for a flag. As you see, Castogne brought down. Now there will be a flag for unnecessary roughness, I guess. There's a lot going on there.
I can't imagine that would be a horse collar. It looked like the defender grabbed the jersey.
First of all, well, they didn't actually jump into the zone. Okay. So everything's good there. And then here's Castogne. I guess that could be defined as a horse collar.
We got a horse collar on white.
Yeah, well, that is a huge break for Garden City.
It is. It looks like he got the jersey. For a second there towards the end, you can see it looked like he got the right hand.
Right. Yeah, I guess
mask.
that's a horse collar.
Yeah, that could have been a disastrous play for Garden City. The fumbled handoff, and again, Castogne making the play to keep that play moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now for Garden City at their own 27-yard line. So Robichaud bails them out on that drive. McGraw quick give to McDaniel. And McDaniel battles his way up to the 33.
It's all about time of possession in this half as well. You have the lead. You just want to run that clock down as best you can. If you can pad the score as well, all the better.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Cougars at the 33. I'll tell you what, the temperature has dropped.
That it has. It's got to be around 55.
Oh,
maybe.
I don't know if it's that cold. I think we're not trained for this weather, but it has dropped. We'll check it in a second. If only we had access to the internet. Oh, wait a minute, we do.
That we do. I'm on 4G.
There's a bomb and intercepted. Nope, Incomplete is the call.
And
Or is he, no, he's down. He caught the ball and he's down automatically because he was on the ground.
And
so
I'm
an
told
interception.
it is 64 degrees out.
Yeah, that's chilly for August. It's great for football.
Definitely. Yeah, McGraw just threw that one up for grabs, hoping his receiver would come down with it, but the Robichaud defender even had to make a sliding catch just to hold on to that ball.
I wasn't sure if the ball had hit the ground or not because the referee blew him down so quick, but that was because he was down when he caught the ball.
So kind of a slow start for both teams here in the second half out of the locker room.
Yeah, not as crisp as the first half.
Here goes that 5-wide set again. Look for another quarterback run.
Well, I believe it's direct snap again. It is, but
Flea flicker.
Let's see. Intercepted.
Castonier.
So Castonier intercepts it on the 35, up over the 50. 40, he's got a lot of room. The 30, turns it in, keeps it alive. He's got the whole wide side of the field.
Flag down.
Penalty marker on the play. He'll be tackled by Underwood. So Underwood is who threw it. It was a direct snap to Poole, who flea flickered to Underwood. So there it is to Poole.
During the run back, I got a UNR.
So Poole, and then it's intercepted there by Castonier. So the foul is on the run back, as you heard from the referee when his microphone opened up.
It might be on Raymond here, number 7.
Let's see.
No.
We got a legal block in the back on blue.
All right, well, either way, I think Garden City
10
keeps the
yards from the
football.
end of the, 15 from the end of the run.
So Garden City will get it back. Yeah, we didn't see it, but there's a lovely shot of the laundry on the field. So the Cougars will keep it.
So it took one play to get the ball back.
So now they need to run some time off the clock.
Definitely.
So first and 10 for Garden City
Unnecessary roughness.
at the 37. Well, there you go. That makes more sense.
First and 10.
So the play on the sideline still could have been it.
Yeah. Great field position still, though, for Garden City.
Yep. So a couple of breaks for Garden City in this half so far.
We've been seeing more and more pistol from Garden City as well.
And there's to give to McDaniel. McDaniel, and he's horse-collared.
Yeah, that looked like more of one than the one down on this right sideline.
No call there. His head just snapped back, but nobody on the Garden City bench or the players screaming. So
let's take a
let's
look
see
here.
what happened here, because just the way his head jerked, and we're no huddle for Garden City right now. No, they're going to huddle. Oh, boy.
Rough. That was a high tackle, grabbed him by the shoulder. He might have got a hand in there.
Boy, usually as you see a player down for Robichaud, normally the referee reacts to the motion of the head. And if they see that motion, they normally call a horse collar. But I think that was, if the other one was a horse collar, then you can certainly sell that one too.
Right. Like I said, that one looked more so than the first one.
So that'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Is that a plane or a drone?
It's a plane.
Okay.
Like. Yeah, it's got the...
Merrow, steady,
Nice.
steady,
There you go.
steady.
Looks like the Zeke Fleming is an injured player.
So only for us, Jason Merrow, who is the cameraman on that shot, I thought he was going to tip over when I looked out and saw how straight up and down he was holding that shot. Hey, quickly, while we have a second with the delay on the field, we mentioned that Garden City with their all Garden City coaching staff, our crew here tonight, with the exception of Mr. Jenkins sitting next to me, also an all Garden City crew, and we want to thank everybody for coming out the last couple of days to set things up on this Labor Day weekend, and we will identify all of them individually here in a couple of minutes. And a lot of guys in new positions here tonight as we tried to get some guys some experience. So 2nd down and 5.
Look for a run up the middle here.
Here's the give.
Was supposed to be.
And that is Raymond. And Raymond battles his way all the way to the 15. So Raymond picks up the first down.
Take another look at it here. Penetration by number 51 forced him to the outside.
Most of that he got on his own. Got most of that on his own. So 1st and 10 from the 15. Garden City knocking on the door again. McDaniel to the left of McGraw. He takes the handoff. He's got some blocking there and a flag on the play. He made it up to the 10, but there's a flag in the backfield that normally indicates holding.
Holding, yeah.
And that's what it is. So to come back 10 yards. So a tough break for Garden City as they picked up a quick 5 on the 1st down, but it's coming back.
So you get another shot of the laundry down there on the field.
Yeah, I want to thank our camera people here tonight, Zach Witt, who just graduated from Garden City High School, along with Brendan George, who just graduated from South Lyon. I don't know if it was
number 4.
West or East or new or old or whatever they call them, but Brendan grew up in Garden City. His dad, Brett George, is normally one of our camera people and has been for 30 years now. So Brett started when he was in high school, and Brendan now starting when he's in high school. There you see our camera people above the press box here at Garden City High School tonight. And then Jason Merrill on the field, who's also a legacy. His uncle Mike worked with us 20 or 30 years ago, and Jason's been here 15 or 20 years himself. So there's to give to McDaniel. McDaniel headed towards the 20, turns around, breaks a tackle. McDaniel still on his feet.
Doing work.
Heck of a run by McDaniel.
Go making men miss there.
David McDaniel gets them just about back to where they were before the penalty. Figure he was done right about here. Said, no, thank you. I think I'll try to go this way. Went right past 56. Got his way all the way back to the 15. Maybe the 13. Nice job by McDaniel.
See, at the beginning of the game, we talked about the speed from Robichaud, but so far it's been the speed from Garden City between Castonier, Raymond, and McDaniel. They've been putting the defenders from Robichaud on ice so far.
So McGraw with a word for Raymond. Under center. Long snap. And let's see which way that one's going to go.
False start. 70 blue. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Hunter McDaniel got a little antsy.
Oh, man, that's
close.
That's really close.
Yeah.
Considering in that one play for Robichaud that everybody was in motion.
Right.
So 2nd down, we'll call it 14 for the Cougars. Under 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter in a very quick-paced game.
Yeah, we're approaching the end of the 3rd quarter already.
To give to Raymond.
Comes that jet sweep again.
Raymond over the 10, the 5, and he'll be tackled at the 4.
And back to the bread and butter. That was outside runs from Garden City. So we'll take a look at the replay here.
Fleming with the tackle for Robichaud.
And that play is always predicated on whether or not the offensive line can seal the edge. If that defensive end is unblocked, that play just doesn't work. Raymond looks to be a little banged up there as he comes out of the game. Now Garden City shifts back to the pistol here.
And to give there to number 16 for the Cougars, and that is Joshua Walbaum, and there's a fumble on the play. And Walbaum, the first time he touches the football, will fumble, and Robichaud will get it deep in their own territory.
Unfortunate there for Garden City.
Well, it's a good idea to get somebody new in the game.
Right.
And just stripped away as he was going down on the tackle. That was number 5, Fleming, that was originally there to tackle him and then stripped it away when the second man came in. So tough break for Garden City with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the quarter.
They were marching too. They had all the momentum.
Well, they have responded well to adversity this entire game.
Very true. Couple turnovers so far in this 3rd quarter, but Robichaud so far doesn't have anything to show for it.
So let's see what Garden City can do here. The last time the Cougars turned it over, they took it right back on the next play.
Looks like 76 there. Frederick Hawkins doesn't have the stickers on his helmet.
I mean, the Bulldogs or the red or the R, whatever?
Our number 76.
They might have just brought him up too. You never know.
Hard fought run there.
I lost him on the handoff.
Jasir Poole.
'86 in there for Garden City. We don't have 86, so I'm sure they flipped a number on us.
We go McClellan under center again. And
tackle for a loss there.
Those linemen for Robichaud sure has some size to them, but so far it hasn't really done anything for them. They haven't been able to run the ball, and Garden City's controlled the line of scrimmage on both ends so far.
And we've been told it's Willis, number 86. So
Willis, number 86. Less than a minute left now in the third quarter. Pistol for Robichaud.
McClellan with Poole there with him. McClellan flips it over to number 4. That's Atkinson. Atkinson with the sideline. And a nice tackle for Garden City by 22 Motley. But a first down for the Bulldogs.
And that was just an unfortunate defensive play call for Garden City because there was no one out there to guard him.
Nice little flip out. Atkinson had a little trouble with the reception. So first and 10 for Roby at their own 35. They'll get one play off unless it's a clock stopping play. Dump pass. That's number 8, Lumpkin.
Good hit there from Janice, too.
And I believe that is the end of the quarter.
Castonia hurt. Jay Castonia.
Oh, okay. All right, so 1/10 of a second remaining.
He's hurt bad, too.
And they'll start the clock, and that will end the quarter. So Garden City, 28-6, they lead. No scoring in this quarter for the Cougars.
Yeah, it was a little sloppy for both teams there, but no harm so far.
Hopefully it's just a cramp for Jay Castonia, the way they're treating it.
That's what it looks like. I was worried it was that ankle at first, the way he was favoring it.
So we want to thank Jim Neve, Sharon Giangrande, and all of our friends at Incorporate Graphics here in Garden City, located just down the street from Garden City High School, really kitty corner, also from Garden City High School going the other direction. They provide all of the apparel for Omni Edition Sports and GC TV, all of the great golf shirts we have, and pullovers and hoodies and everything, hats. That all comes from Incorporate and Jim Neve, and we thank him, the great work that he's done in this community since he was in high school himself. So our thanks to him. Check out their website, incorporategraphics.com. That is incorporategraphics.com, and a lot of that stuff that you used to have to go in and do, you can just do in your underwear in the middle of the night in your living room while you watch reruns of Big Bang Theory.
Getting a little graphic there.
Sorry, let's incorporate graphics. See?
That's right. A little descriptive.
You don't even have to leave your house. It's like that loan commercial with the little puppy, you see?
That's true.
Just trying to save myself. Second down and 11 for Robichaud. McClellan's played a pretty good game at quarterback. Hasn't got a lot of support from the rest of his team here tonight.
And again, that comes down to the blocking up front. Hasn't been able to maintain quality production.
Clark
so
in the
far.
backfield. Atkinson And the pass is to Underwood, and Underwood is still on his feet to the 46, 47 yard line before he's brought down by the Cougars. And another third down situation. And there's an unhappy gentleman right there. And again, let's hope it's just a cramp.
Looks like he's grabbing the lower right leg too, and that a lot of pain he's in.
You know, even if it's not hot, there's a lot of dehydration. And, you know, the kids, especially when it's not hot, they don't necessarily, although he might have hyperextended his knee on that. They don't really think they should be drinking water, don't need to drink water because it's not 85 or 90 degrees. But in this case, Underwood might have hyperextended his knee.
And there's only so much conditioning that you can do during practice, but once you get into like game situation, it's completely different, and you're exerting yourself a lot more than you think you would be. So yeah, they could be dehydration, but
looks like he's going to walk off the field on his own, or at least with assistance. Of course, he's got to be all the way to our sidelines. So the poor guy has to walk the entire 50 yards across the field.
all right, hopefully he'll be all right. Get him back in the game.
And rounding out, by the way, our crew that we didn't finish mentioning in the truck tonight is Alex Zalgott, who's a Garden City grad and an intern from the University of Michigan Dearborn. And Sean Anthony, who also interned here quite some time ago and a Garden City kid. Zach King is our associate producer and engineer tonight, and he just graduated from Garden City High School last year. And Christian Gibbons is our producer director. He graduated from Garden City about, I don't know how many years ago.
Lots of local ties.
Oh, and I've been corrected. I forgot Alex went to Eastern Michigan, or still at Eastern Michigan University.
I went to U of M.
That's right. So that one is completed to Poole, just short of the first down. So this brings up a fourth down.
It looks like Garden City's
and not a good spot for Robichaud.
Yeah, it looks like Garden City's bringing in the punt return unit, but you'd have to think that this is fourth down territory.
Especially down by 22.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter. So
you got Castonia counting everybody up.
Yeah, they're coming back up to the line. I don't think they're going to leave a man deep, because if they punt, just let it go. So Roby's going to go for it,
as they should. It's desperation time.
Interesting formation, 4th and 2, and a flag on the play.
And a Garden City player lined up offsides.
We got encroachment on blue in the neutral zone. 5 yards.
It's going to give Robichaud the first down.
First down.
Bad mental error there.
And those are the kind of things you work out between this week and next week when the Cougars take on Fordson.
Fordson, definitely a conference power and a state
powerhouse
too.
Perennial
powerhouse. Always a.
I don't think anybody in the conference will be too sorry to see them go.
No, definitely not. Now they'll be going into my alma mater's conference in the KLAA. Franklin will get to play him every year.
The Kensington Lakes League kind of realigning again after they lost several schools this season. There's the handoff to Clark. Also want to mention, if you can probably hear in the background, Kevin Kramus, who is doing public address tonight. Ted Fournier was going to be doing tonight's game. As you take a look at Garden City's upcoming games, you see they've got Fordson coming up next week, and then 2 on the road. The other 2 Dearborn schools, Dearborn and Etzel Ford, and then Crestwood here on homecoming, and that's another game here on GC TV. That one was intended for Clark, incomplete. But Ted Fournier, we want to wish him the best. He was going to be doing play-by-play tonight for GC TV, but Ted's got some back issues and didn't think he could negotiate the stands here at Garden City High School. So I switched over to TV, and Kevin picked up the PA. But Kevin is a stand-up comic, if you don't know that, and has been doing that since he was a teenager. And he is going on a USO tour to do stand-up comedy in the Middle East and parts of Europe to perform for the troops that are keeping America safe over there. So our hats off to Kevin Kramus and his efforts on a USO tour coming up next week. Man in motion is Atkinson. And he's the intended receiver, and he catches the ball right around the 45. And a touchdown saving tackle from Castogne.
Also a shout out to my partner Dan York here tonight, who's celebrating 40 years on the job here at Garden City. Recently featured in The Observer. Go ahead and check out that article.
Thank you. So 1st and 10 at the 32 for Robichaud. So McClellan throws it up into the corner, and pass interference against the Cougars. That one was intended for Poole, but Chauncey Motley got tangled up with him. This is one of those situations where the pass interference is far better than if he catches the ball. You see Motley never turned around even to see the ball.
That looks like a bit of a questionable call. He didn't.
I'll tell you what, the only reason the referee called it is because he had his back to the ball.
Fair enough.
If he turns around to see the ball, they never call that. But in high school, if you have your back to the quarterback, they're going to call that 9 out of 10 times.
First down.
Take a look at the replay again.
Yeah, because really the impact he had on him missing the ball was negligible, and that part of it is not the pass interference, but you know the fact that he wasn't facing the quarterback, and they're going to get you every time on that one. So 1st and 10 inside the 20. Quarterback McClellan. There's a flag. He's going to go into the end zone, but I think it's probably coming back because it's holding.
Looks like that.
And especially judging by the lack of enthusiasm
right.
from Robichaud right now, knowing this one's not going to count. With 8 minutes, 56 seconds remaining in this football game, and the Cougars leading it by 22 points, 28-6. Garden City, all of the scoring, by the way, for both teams occurred in the first half. So no scoring so far here in the second half.
And that penalty's got to make Jason Malloy, the head coach for Robichaud.
We got a hold. 51 White. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Let's see if we can see it here.
Yeah,
You called it a 51 or 55?
51.
There you go. There it is.
Yeah. Looked like he hooked Joseph Grove there on the shoulder. But so far, red zone trips have been very rare for Robichaud. So as soon as they get there,
advantage of them. Huh?
Yeah, as soon as they get there, they're backing up.
1st and 20 now for the Bulldogs. Don't forget, not only is this game, as you see, another flag. Of course, this game is available on GCTV on cable.
We got false start.
And that'll push him back to 5.
5-yard penalty.
But on Comcast 12 or WOW 18 or UVerse 99. But of course, GCTV HD. GCTV HD is where you find us on YouTube. And that's the best place to see the games as far as quality-wise, because they're there in full HD. Dump across, and oh, what a catch. What a nice job by Poole, and he is going to score.
Oh, that one's for the highlight reel. He bobbled the catch there and was still able to hold on to it.
So a 33-yard touchdown pass play.
Here we get a second look at it. So it looks like Raymond went for the ball rather than the player, and that's why Poole was able to hold on to it. If Raymond would have ran in there and tried to make the tackle from the beginning, he probably would have dropped it. But the result in the play is a touchdown. Going for 2 again.
So they will go for 2. Mr. Melkor in the backfield.
So I'd be handing it off to.
And he muscles his way up. and into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion attempt is good. So with 8:48 remaining in this one, Robichaud pulls within 14, 28-14. They're not done yet. Garden City needs some ball control on this next drive.
Definitely. If they can eat the clock on this drive coming up and put one in the end zone, then they'll be in good position to win this game.
There you see the upcoming games for Robichaud. Again, they are in the red division of the Western Wayne Athletic Conference. There won't be any divisions next year, but they'll be at Annapolis, and then they'll have 2 at home against Romulus and Thurston, at RU, and then they've got Clarenceville at home, Crestwood at their place, and then Detroit Community, a non-conference game at the end of the season for the Bulldogs.
Big opportunity now for Garden City.
John Parkinson and his Cougar band here tonight in the stands. Tough to get all of that together when school hasn't even started yet. These 2 games, when they added the extra game to the playoffs for the MHSAA, and the fact that they want the season to end Thanksgiving weekend because they know they can have Ford Field with the Lions playing on Thursday, that pushes the season to 2 weeks before school starts. This is a week before school starts today in Garden City, already with a game against Flat Rock. So it is tough to play 2 high school football games before school starts. And I dislike it because it really cuts into the crowds that come to the game.
Yeah, I was just going to say that it's hard to get people out for the game. So it looks like we have a pretty decent-sized crowd for a game before school starts.
Yeah, not Garden City decent, but a decent-sized crowd. And nice job to take that one in the middle by Ethan Chelowa. And Ethan gets up over the 40-yard line.
Again, that was another one where it didn't go to the deep man, and could have been a fair catch if he would have called it, but he was gambling on himself a little bit there.
So he gets it back up to the 40, so decent field position for Garden City. But again, the most important thing now is to take time off the clock.
That's right. If they can stretch this out to about a 5-minute drive that results in a touchdown, as we take a look at Alex Sherlock.
Alex was the place kicker for Garden City last year, and we mentioned that she injured herself during soccer in the spring. Girls soccer is in the spring. So she may be back, but I think she's focused on that girls soccer season coming up. So McGraw on the give. I bet on the fake. But Castonia with the carry, and most important thing is positive yardage, and the clock is running.
Definitely 3 or 4 yards every time they touch the ball. And so far, Castonia has moved forward every time he has gotten a handoff or a pass. So he should be the man that they want to have take the ball from here on out.
Might be time for jet sweep. We haven't seen one of those in a while.
Maybe.
And they're going to call timeout. I just heard Jim Baker from the coach's suite next to us, call timeout because obviously they didn't have the personnel out there they wanted.
Right, and this is where they're going to really start to tighten up the formations too and run in between the tackles.
But that's a killer. You're trying to stop the clock, or you're trying to run the clock down.
Absolutely.
And you have to call your own timeout after you had a nice positive yardage play. The last thing you want to do is stop the clock.
We have the Cougar cheerleaders also organizing themselves before the school year starts.
Well, they go to camp and everything as soon as, if
true.
you're a football player, there you see the Cougar crazies. Way more of them showed up tonight than I expected.
Some of the JV team out there, too.
Yeah, JV tough loss to Cranbrook yesterday. That is Steve Fryer in the middle of that. With more than just the starting defense around him. In fact, he's taken the whole bench over with him.
Here's your jet sweep.
And there's Castonia, and Castonia up over midfield. He's got the first down. Still on his feet, gets knocked out of bounds. No, they say he was tackled inbounds.
Even better. Keep that clock running.
Sure thought he got out. break for Garden City, though.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, that is a break for Garden City, definitely.
So first and 10 at the 44. No, that's a tough call for Roby, because they need that clock to stop. Give into the middle, and banging his way ahead, I believe, is McDaniel.
That was a great job holding on to the football, too. It looked like number 34 for Robichaud, who is Isaac Thomas, had a great chance at stripping the ball, and he wasn't able to. So good, tough run by McDaniel up the middle.
Great night for McDaniel out of the backfield.
Definitely.
Second down and 1 for Garden City, and the clock running with 7:25 remaining in this one.
Him and Castonia have just been carrying the team.
Yeah. Well, great effort, though, by Mr. McGraw also.
Absolutely.
He takes a hard snap. And McDaniel, look at that. McDaniel was already down in the backfield and instead turns it into a 25-yard carry. What a run by McDaniel.
Let's take a look at it again. Gets forced back to the middle and ends up taking it all the way to the left.
It's only a 18-yard gain, sorry.
Still, they're on the move.
And the clock is running, and the clock is running.
There's 7 minutes now.
There's to give to Raymond. Raymond's got some space. Raymond at the 1. Raymond is out at the 1-yard line. He wanted the touchdown and a flag on the play.
That could be holding on one of the receivers.
We got a hold on blue. 10-yard penalty. We do first down.
Looks like it might have been a hold on Ethan Cheloa out on the outside. See, I don't think a receiver holding downfield is a 10-yard penalty compared to a lineman doing it in the backfield.
Right.
It's 10 yards from the spot.
Exactly. So it's not as damaging, but obviously it nullifies that play. But first down, and actually, you know, Garden City give us about 6 penalties here, and we'll just keep running first down. Going the other way is the quarterback, McGraw. And McGraw fights his way over the 15, and a fumble on the play. There's no whistle. This is a live ball. And back there is McDaniel, and McDaniel, along with Raymond, will make the touchdown-saving tackle. So I did not see the ball come loose.
And McGraw was running for his life after the low snap there.
But Tony Clark picked it up. Let's watch it.
Yep. So low snap, fakes the handoff, and see someone get a hand in there.
Wow, he was down. Oh my goodness, that is a terrible call. He was down. He was already on the ground. That was a tackle. Nothing you can do about it now, but that McGraw was definitely down. Ground can't cause a fumble.
The only justification I could think of that is that they thought he was on top of the defender when they were pulling him down. But yeah, it sure looked like he was
down.
But
if the defender's on the ground, then the defender is the ground. So tough break for Garden City. Ball that should have been called down is called a fumble, and Robichaud will get it on the Garden City 38. Tough break for the Cougars. And a big sack for Garden City. 68-70. Hunter McDaniel and Joseph Grove with a couple of tackles.
And that was a great effort there by number 70, McDaniel. Got forced upfield a little bit and forced the quarterback to run into the pocket, and he spun back around, the defensive end did, and made the tackle.
So second down and 12. Big sack for the Cougars. And again, the clock still running. Pass through the middle is incomplete, intended for Underwood.
Good to see Underwood back in the game after limping off the field a few minutes ago.
So 5 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this one. Garden City went up 21-0 before Robichaud scored.
Trying to hold on now. Got to force another 3 and out if they could.
28-yard touchdown pass between McGraw and Castonier put the Cougars on the board. A 5-yard run by Castonier to Garden City, their second score. And a 33-yard touchdown pass to Raymond gave Garden City their third score. No scoring so far in the second half. And there is a pass out to Melchor. He is short of the first down.
It has been a really good game for McGraw so far. I think about it, this is his first varsity start at home. He's got to have a ton of nerves coming into it, and he's really composed himself very well.
Well, he played pretty well at junior varsity last year. Melchor goes off the field, by the way. Here you see the pass completion to Melchor. Dodges one tackle there, and then 6 guys to bring him down. I'd be a little sore too.
I was going to say, Coach Malloy's utilizing him very well.
So 4th and 7. Obviously, the Bulldogs going for it with 4:45 remaining, the clock running. And Melchor is on the ground on the sidelines, nursing his calf right now. That one's a low snap. Pass is incomplete and almost intercepted. Pass intended for Lumpkin.
And the Cougar defense comes up big again.
Amazing night for this defense.
Yeah, definitely. After the offense turns it over.
We don't have any access to defensive stats here tonight, but what an amazing effort by this Cougar team.
Absolutely. They've been shutting the door the entire time.
And a couple of first downs here, and this game is over with 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. So 3 touchdowns tonight for Castonier. And Castonier has been offered scholarship to the Air Force Academy.
Division I program. You see Garden City in another bunch formation.
And Castonier takes it in the backfield. He'll pick up 4 yards. Do we mention the clock is still running?
Yes. That's the key factor here. Keep that clock running. You want to see it hit all zeros. As we see an injured Cougar down on the sideline.
That is Joseph Grove, who made that nice tackle on the sack.
Trainer's table.
And he's hopping off the table. Good. So he's not hopping off with a lot of confidence, but he hopped off.
See if they take him to the locker room.
Second down and long 5 for Garden City. And somehow that got into the hands of David McDaniel.
Big shout out to the linemen up front too for Garden City. They have controlled the line of scrimmage the entire night. Those running backs really can't go anywhere if they don't have any blockers. And I'm a little biased because I was a lineman.
You were a lineman?
Yeah.
You're a little guy.
Kind of.
Third down.
I'm short.
3rd down and 4.
Had a little more muscle on me back in the
Did
day.
you now? There's a loose ball, and McGraw lost it, and this may be Robichaud's ball. It is. When McGraw tried to secure it, it squirted back out, and Robichaud recovers the fumble. And the officials, as you see this.
He never secured it.
No, he never secured it, but the official might have blown the whistle in air, and if he did, the play's over.
This has been a second half to forget so far for Garden City.
Well, let's see what happens.
Refs converging on the 35-yard line.
Let's see what Mr. Blevins has to say, or he may go explain this to the Garden City bench first, which is not a good thing, which is, I assume, means the ball is going to Robichaud. That is Mike Roffey, I believe. Mike and Mark are twins, so sometimes it's hard to distinguish them.
Got an inadvertent whistle. It's on the plate. Redo the down.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That's a break.
Tell you what, that's about the best we could do on that. You want to rerun that down? We'll take it. Wow, what a break for the Cougars. Kevin Kramus just announced over the PA do-over, which is what it is. Third down and 4. Yeah, let's see what the Cougars can do here as more time comes off the clock. He's got it this time. They're going to throw. What a gutsy move coming out of that play.
That is a statement play right
what
there.
What a gutsy move, and a nice job by Cameron Walter to pull that in, but you just fumbled the ball. You just coughed the ball up. And the only thing that saved you was the referee, and you come back out and fire one across the middle. Nice.
Catch him off guard. It worked. Absolutely
nice.
Worked.
Wow, great play.
I'm waiting to call Cameron Walter's name a bit more, but he's definitely one of the key players for the Cougars this season.
2:30
well.
and the clock running. Garden City might be able to get away without a first down here if they don't stop the clock. One first down certainly ends it for the Cougars.
Robichaud does have all their timeouts left, so that would just be formality at that point.
And there's McDaniel on the carry. I don't know if Jason Malloy will use them. Down by 2 scores.
Andrew Santafanti lost his helmet. Has to come out for a play.
So gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9. So if you're catching this the first week it airs, make sure you come on out for Cougar football against Fordson next Friday.
Another pass, and that was into some traffic too.
And Castogne brings it in. The Cougars home again on September 8th against Fordson. Come out and support your Cougars, who will be 1-1 at that point.
We're going to send Fordson off out of this conference with a loss, right?
That's a tough team to play. Not a lot of wins for Garden City against Fordson since we consolidated East and West. 3rd down. What's the line? They don't rebuild, they reload. Castogne is going to be short of the first down. But on 4th down, obviously you go for it because there's no advantage to punting it.
Less than a minute now.
So we may have to give this up unless we make the first down here. This is one of those situations where, well, they're going to set it up and run it. I'm going to say even though there's no play clock in high school, you might run as much time off it as you can based on what the official tells you and then try for it. But you know what? They're going to make the first down and this ball game is over.
Yeah, that'll
Chase McGraw with the quarterback keeper will pick up the first down for Garden City. And with 29.9 seconds remaining, this one is over. A 28-14 win for the Cougars. A great job tonight by McGraw. A great job by Castogne. A great job by David McDaniel. Some contribution from Cameron Walter, and a great job by Garden City's defense time after time after time, shutting down the Robichaud offense, and an impressive 28-14 win tonight for the Cougars at Garden City High School. And Jim Baker did exactly what he wanted to do, which was keep the Robichaud offense off the field.
Absolutely. They ran their game plan to a T. The only thing that they really can get on their players for are the unnecessary penalties that they had throughout the game, but they can fix that up this week in practice heading into a tough game against Fordson.
Well, and it will be a tough game against Fordson, and you won't be able to get away with that at Fordson, that's for sure. You won't be able to do that at Fordson.
Right. But this is about as good of a performance that we could have asked from the Garden City Cougars tonight.
All right, so a big win for Garden City here tonight. 28-14, the Cougars come up with the win. Our thanks to Garrett Simpson, the athletic director here at Garden City High School, for his assistance in the days leading up to this game. My thanks to our entire volunteer crew here at Omnidition Sports and GCTV, and we wish Jim Baker and the Garden City Cougars the best of luck the rest of the way. Don't forget Cougar football at home on September 8th here at Garden City High School against Fordson. We'll be back here on the 29th for homecoming and another game here on GCTV. For Jeremy Jenkins, this is Dan York saying so long. Again, the final score, Garden City 28, Robichaud 14. Thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.